Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're the Teddy Bear Ladies. We would love to do a reading from our new book, Bartie Bristle and Other Stories.
Halfway up the high street, opposite the village school, is a teddy bear shop where Bartie Bristle lives. Bartie's home hasn't always been a shop. Long, long ago, it was a block of stables, and if you look carefully, you can see where the ponies and donkeys used to come in. That part is bricked up now. There are shelves there instead, and teddy bears can come and stay for a while if they are lost, hurt, or just need a rest. Bartie was a very happy little bear, well, most of the time. But you see, when Mrs. T and Rose first crafted him, he didn't have a real name. So everyone called him Logo, because he looked just like the bear on the sign outside the shop. But all his new friends had real names, and that sometimes made him a bit sad. Have you ever felt like that? Poor little bear. One day, Mrs. T and Rose decided they would run a competition to find a proper name for their precious Logo bear. They placed a shoebox on a shelf and cut a slit in the top, a bit like a letterbox. They asked everyone who came into the shop to think of a name. It was going to have to be a very special name. Mrs. T and Rose knew that the decision wouldn't be easy.
People came from all over to have a go at the competition. Mums, dads, boys, girls, grands, grandpas, aunts and uncles scratched their heads, chewed their pencils and scrunched up their faces and tapped their toes in the hope that they might think of a good name. They wrote down their suggestions on slips of paper and then posted them in a box. Bartie, although he didn't know his name yet, was very excited. He longed to know what he would be called. Then the day finally came when the box was lifted from the shelf. When all was quiet and everyone had gone home, Mrs. T emptied the box onto the table and all the bears watched as the paper slips tumbled out. What a pile! Rose had given Bartie his very own chocolate sundae to try and keep him out of mischief. It was delicious. He loved chocolate and anything sweet really, because he is a bear and everyone knows that bears love honey, which is very sweet indeed. Bartie tucked it into his sundae while Mrs. T and Rose carefully unfolded each slip, read the name and placed them in front of the bears. The little bear watched as the two ladies smiled, sometimes even laughed out loud and clapped their hands. "We've got it, little bear," Mrs. T said at last. "Your new name will be Bartie Bristle."